Beyond these three bodies, beyond these five koshas, there shines the luminous Atman of the self, light of lights, the source of all knowledge, the substratum of all the existing things, the thing in itself, the pure, eternal, everlasting essence, the silent witness of the three states of consciousness. Thou art that immortal essence, thou art that light of lights, thou art the real the eye which shines in all beings, which pervades the whole universe. The commonly known eye that everyone is lightly talking about and relishing acutely every moment of his life is not the real eye. The spiritual body is not the real eye. You are entirely distinct from the physical body. The senses also are not the real eye. The senses are inert. They have no independent existence. The prana, the vital force, also is not the eye. Even when the breath is suspended, the feeling of individuality continues. There is continuity of consciousness. The mind also is not the real I, it is ever changing. He can control the mind and the thoughts, so the controller is different from the controlled. The controller is the real I, there is no mind in delirium or coma, yet the individuality remains continuously. Thus, when you analyze by peeling off, as it were, the gross sheets and then the finer and finer sheets, just as you peel off the different layers of the onion, we come to the conclusion that the innermost core of all these is the essential I. The little I that was troubling you from time immemorial dwindles to an airy nothing, and we come across the very big infinite I, which is changeless, deathless, birthless and decayless, which is beyond time, space and causation. Birth and death belongs to the physical body. Hunger and thirst to prana, joy and grief to the mind. But you are entirely distinct from all these. You are the ever pure, immortal, all-pervading, subtle, infinite, Satchidananda I, Atma or Brahman. Inquire, discover, recover. As that, analyze, realize and be free. Ananthanarayan, is everything clear to you now? It is no use just knowing these terms. You must constantly reflect and try to find out what you are in reality. Was he, where is Satyanarayan? Has he gone to sleep?
No, Swamiji. He has gone out, Swamiji. He was feeling sleepy, Swamiji. He has gone for
Swamiji. He has gone for Agnihotra. Call him here. Give up this habit of smoking. Resort to spiritual smoking, Vedantic smoking. It will keep you awake, at the same time give you eternal happiness. Use the Vedantic cigarette. Inhale the essence, I am Brahman. Exhale, I am not the spiritual body. Again inhale the divine virtues, forgiveness, mercy, pure love, truthfulness. And give out the smoke of hatred, lust and greed. Even from smoking you must learn lessons. You send out puffs of smoke, it disappears in no time. This must remind you that your life in this world is as illusory as smoke itself. Next reflect, whereas the smoke disappeared. It has only assumed a subtle form, invisible to the physical eyes, but it does exist. So also your Atma, though invisible, is all-pervading and exists in this world like the invisible subtle smoke. What is the end result? Very soon the cigarette is reduced to ashes. This should remind you of the perishable nature of the body. Now it will also be turned into ashes at any moment. Give up this worldly smoking and take to spiritual or Vedantic smoking. Are you awake now or still feeling sleepy? Come on, sit down and hear attentively. Satyanarayan. Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama, Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama. Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama, Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama.
Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama, Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama.
Bhajo Sita Rama, Bhajo Shriya Rama, Bhajo Sita Rama, Bhajo Shriya Rama.
Bhajo Sita Rama, Bhajo Shriya Rama, Bhajo Sita Rama, Bhajo Shriya Rama.
Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham.
Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham.
Om 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 Om, Om 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 Om, Om 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 Om, Om 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 Om. Song. I am neither mind nor body, immortal self I am witness of three states, existence absolute. I am witness of three trains, and knowledge absolute. I am witness of three states, bliss absolute.
Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama, Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama.
I am not this body is not mine. I am not this prana is not mine. I am not this mind is not mine. I am not this buddhi is not mine. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am.
Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham, Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham.
I am Satchitananda Swarupa, I am Nitya Buddha, Mukta Subhava, Swayam Prakasha, I am Shanti Swarupa, I am Akarta, I am Sakshi, I am Akarta, I am Bhakta, I am Sangha, I am Sakshi.
Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama, Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Shyama.
Prajnanam Brahmam, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, I am Atma Brahm. Satyam Jnanam, Anantam Brahman, Ekameva Advitiyam. Soham Soham,
Soham Shivoham, Soham Soham, Soham Shivoham. Bhajo Radhe Krishna, Bhajo Radhe Rama.
Who are all the sannyasi candidates? Listen attentively. Day after tomorrow is Shivaratri day. All of you must observe fast tomorrow. Do plenty of Gayatri Jap. Day after tomorrow morning, have your head shaved and keep a little chutki tuft of hair. And bath in the Ganges and come to the kutir for Vraja home. Satyagana,
Swamiji Maharaj.
have you kept the Garua clothes ready?
Yes, Swamiji.
Inform the Acharya also. Achadi, it is late. Shantanand, take the arati and distribute the prasad. Now I will repeat Tattvamasi 9 times and you must repeat Aham Brahmasmi each time. Tattvamasi,
Aham Brahmasmi,
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 Tattvamasi.
Aham Brahmasmi.
Tattvamasi Mahavakya is the Upadesha Vakya uttered by the Guru to the disciple. That is, the Guru imparts the knowledge to the disciples that his real nature is all-pervading absolute Brahman. The Guru tells the disciple that you are in essence the all-pervading absolute Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi is the Anusandhana Vakya. There is a great saying meant for constant reflection and meditation by the aspirant. It means I am Brahman, the all-pervading absolute. Blessed sparks of divinity, today is a glorious day for you are reborn in spirit. You have emptied yourself of the individual ego and all negative phenomena, and you are filled with the positive truth, the supreme reality. From today you must be completely dead to the delusion of the world, and you must live in the grandeur and the beauty of life in the spirit. The realization of the supreme truth is not an easy task. It demands the price of your individual life, your ego, nay, your individual being itself. We all real sannyasins and bring glory and real greatness to the sannyas order. You are dead to your world and to your family. You are identical with Brahman. The very color of your orange robe must remind you of your pure, essential, divine nature. Live a life of detachment and renunciation. Ceaselessly strive to realize your own self, Atma. Always contemplate on Brahman. Desire for nothing here and hereafter. By doing the Vraja home, you have sacrificed your body, mind and senses. You have sacrificed your ego and your individual soul. It is the greatest self-sacrifice, the greatest offering that any man can make. There are only 3 duties for a sannyasi to perform: to love the whole humanity as his own self, to do selfless service, and to meditate. Meditation is his duty. Meditation is his food. Meditation is very life. Not by wearing a dand, not by shaving the head, not by the dress is sannyasin recognized. He who possesses supreme wisdom is a real sannyasin. Shun fame and name, observe ahimsa. Even if you are beaten or kicked or insulted, remain calm. Do not retaliate. Always meditate on the significance of the Mahavakyas. Do plenty of pranava jap. You are the all-pervading, changeless, eternal Atman. Never forget this. Live in Atma, love your Atma. See your own self in all the beings. Sing Om, chant Om, roar Om. Be the torch bearers of truth, the cornerstones of spiritual edifice, the central pillars of the eternal Dharma, and guide the different nations of the world. Bring glory to your order. Shine like Yajnavalkya, Dattatreya, Shankara, and Sadashiva Brahma. May Lord bless you all with spiritual illumination. May you all attain God realization. In this very birth, Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Aham Brahmasmi is the Anusandhana Vakya. There is a great saying meant for constant reflection and meditation by the aspirant. It means I am Brahman, the all-pervading absolute. Blessed sparks of divinity, today is a glorious day for you are reborn in spirit. You have emptied yourself of the individual ego and all negative phenomena, and you are filled with the positive truth, the supreme reality. From today you must be completely dead to the delusion of the world, and you must live in the grandeur and the beauty of life in the spirit. The realization of the supreme truth is not an easy task. It demands the price of your individual life, your ego, nay, your individual being itself. We all real sannyasins and bring glory and real greatness to the sannyas order. You are dead to your world and to your family. You are identical with Brahman. The very color of your orange robe must remind you of your pure, essential, divine nature. Live a life of detachment and renunciation. Ceaselessly strive to realize your own self and Atma. Always contemplate on Brahman. Desire for nothing here and hereafter. By doing the Vraja home, you have sacrificed your body and mind and senses. You have sacrificed your ego and your individual soul. It is the greatest self-sacrifice, the greatest offering that any man can make. There are only 3 duties for a sannyasi to perform: to love the whole humanity as his own self, to do selfless service, and to meditate. Meditation is his duty. Meditation is his food. Meditation is very life. Not by wearing a dand, not by shaving the head, not by the dress is sannyasin recognized. He who possesses supreme wisdom is a real sannyasin. Shun fame and name, observe ahimsa. Even if you are beaten or kicked or insulted, remain calm. Do not retaliate. Always meditate on the significance of the Mahavakyas. Do plenty of pranava jap. You are the all-pervading, changeless, eternal Atman. Never forget this. Live in Atma, love your Atma. See your own self in all the beings. Sing Om, chant Om, roar Om. Be the torch-bearers of truth, the cornerstones of spiritual edifice, the central pillars of the eternal Dharma. Guide the different nations of the world. Bring glory to your order. Shine like Yajnavalkya, Dattatreya, Shankara, and Sadashiva Brahman. May Lord bless you all with spiritual illumination. May you all attain God realization. In this very breath, Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Oham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
I am Sannyasin, gold king of kings, emperor of emperors, Shah of shahs, lord of lords, Maharaja Maharajas. Woman is one without name, without form or color. He is eternal, he is free, he is pure and perfect. All life is one, the world is my home. Include I embrace all. All is Brahman, all is Atma, all is my one self. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
I am bodiless, sexless, I am all-pervading soul. I am birthless, I am deathless, I am immortal Atma. I am above caste, creed, cultivation, all distinction. Above love, hate, pleasure, pain, all good and bad. Self in all, none else exists. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am.
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
I aspect like this. I have broken right through and through. She cannot bind me. I know her ways, forms and all her tricks. All of dishonor, censure or praise cannot touch me now. We praise and praise, the censure and censure are now one. Glory to Shankara, Dattatreya, Sri Sanatana. Glory to Sanatana, Sanakumara, Sanasujata.
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham.
Sridhar, what kind of meditation have you been practicing so far? Saguna or Nirgun?
I am meditating on the form of Parashakti, the Universal Mother.
Wonderful, very good. So you are well advanced in Saguna meditation, is it not? Now you must take to Nirguna Dhyana meditation on the all-pervading Brahman, the Absolute. Brahman is the only living reality. The various forms of God are only the manifestations of this Brahman or the Absolute. Formless is He, Satchidanand are His attributes. He pervades in all shapes and forms. Self-luminous, self-contained, self-creator is Brahman. Self-sustained, self-knowledge, self-existence is Brahman. Support of this world, mind of all minds, breath of all birth, womb of Vedas, eye of all eyes, ear of all ears, listener is He in all ears, silent witness, pure consciousness, indestructible, all fully see.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Infinite bliss, imperishable, infinite, inner self of all. Light of all lights, Son of all sons, King of all kings, Lord of all lords, Indra Vedas, Brahmana Upanishads, Hariya Puranas, is the Supreme Lord. Him you worship, Him you glorify, Him you adore, Him you approach. Lotus of the heart, on Him meditate, Shiva Kevaloham, Shiva Kevaloham.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Let us all chant Om now. I will talk to you all now on Vedanta. Vedanta literally means the end, the conclusion or culmination of the Vedas. It is comprised of Upanishads. It deals with the transcendental science of the self or Brahma Vidya. The ancient seers and sages have expressed their realization in glowing language, in rhetoric and emphatic terms. All these experiences have been collected in the form of Upanishads, or Jnanakant, the knowledge portion of the Vedas. The Upanishads and Brahma Sutras are the most authoritative works on Vedanta. Upon this intricate text, numerous voluminous complicated commentaries by several great teachers of different schools of philosophy have been written. They are extremely difficult and very lengthy works, and the language also is difficult, Sanskrit. Therefore, to give a clear understanding of the basic principles of Vedanta philosophy, in an easy and simple manner, I will give you today a few lessons which present the truths and the details of Vedanta in a way that can be understood and remembered by all without any difficulty. Vedanta expounds the true nature of the self, declares that Brahman, the Supreme Self alone, is real, the world and the diverse phenomena are unreal, and the individual soul is identical with the Supreme Soul. Vedanta is a science of reality. Vedanta imparts to you the supreme knowledge of that, by knowing which everything else is known. Vedanta is a philosophy which boldly declares that there is only one common consciousness of self, same in a king and a peasant, and an ant and a dog, a man and a woman, a cobbler and a scavenger. Vedanta speaks of one Atman, Brahman or self, which exists in the past, present and the future, which has no beginning, middle or end, which is the support of everything, and which is an embodiment of wisdom, peace and bliss. A correct understanding of Vedanta raises a poor man and a helpless man to the magnanimous heights of splendor. There is no security or happiness to be found in the fleeting objects of the world. Vedanta gives real inner spiritual strength and eradicates ignorance, the root cause for all human suffering. Vedanta is the direct royal road to the domain of unalloyed felicity and supreme abode of immortality and eternal bliss. Vedanta gives hope to the hopeless, strength to the weak, joy to the depressed, and makes you absolutely fearless and shows the way to attain freedom. Vedanta is a magnetic healing balm for the wounded and afflicted in the dreadful battlefield of this dire samsara of phenomenal existence. It confers immortality and eternal bliss. Your wife might divorce you if you have no money. Your father might leave you if you do not earn enough. Your friends might desert you if you are in the role of unemployment. The world will not respect you if you are clad in rags. People will shun you if you are suffering from TB or any incurable disease. Such is the nature of this transient world. O Ram, a correct knowledge of Vedanta lifts a man at once to the status of an emperor of emperors, even though he is clad in rags and is despised by the world. O you deluded BAs and MAs, do not waste your life in seeing the wanted columns of daily newspapers. Do not waste your time in writing, being given to understand there is a vacancy in your office. I beg to apply myself as a candidate for the same. As for my qualifications, I have spoken 6 times in my BA. I beg of you to consider my case. I remind your obedient servant, Mr. So-and-so. O Ram, are you not ashamed to cringe before the frail man? Kill this beggarly attitude. Do not lower yourself for the sake of a few hundred rupees. Strive to know their essential nature, then the wealth of all the worlds will belong to you. You will be above all wants. What do we find in this world? Ignorant men and women waste their energy and lose their health by indulging in sensual pleasures. Then they go to the doctor and spend money to buy vitamins A, B, C, D, E. Take the potent Vedantic vitamin, the Vedantic cure-all vitamin. It cures the disease of ignorance. It removes fear, lust and greed, and generates knowledge of Atman. O Ram, take this vitamin prepared in the laboratory of sages and saints. Give up this identification of the perishable body. Give up I-ness and mine-ness. Do not hate anyone. Do not try to exploit anybody, for he is your own self. The same self exists in all. That self is a real immortal entity, that the word, Tattvamasi. Mind is a dividing principle. It dupes you, it tempts and deludes you. It creates all these differences and diversity. It makes you say, oh, she is my wife, he is my son, that is my house, I am great. Who is equal to me? He is below me in rank and position. I should not talk to him. Kill this mischievous mind, O Ram. Control the senses, which drag you out to the external objects. Fix the mind in the source. Rise above the body and mind. Learn to discriminate between real and unreal, self and not self. Identify yourself with the immortal, non-dual, self-existent, self-luminous essence. You are not this perishable body. O Ram, how long you want to remain in this cage of flesh? When are you going to give up attachment for this mortal fleshy body? O Ram, how long you want to be scorched in the fire of samsara? When are you going to break this never-ending cycle of birth and death? You are struggling like the blind man who was unable to come out of his room. Have you heard the story? A certain blind man was shut up in a room with a small trapdoor. The blind man has severe itching all over the body. He wanted to get out of the room somehow. He tried his level best to get at the small trapdoor. He caught hold of the wall slowly, moved about on all sides, and tried to feel the door. Look at the funny part of it. He would have severe itching sensation and would begin to scratch severely whenever he is about to get to the door. Thus he tried several times, but always failed owing to the scratching. He missed. He would feel the wall, scratch the skin, and miss the door. This was the cycle. Similarly, you are shut up in this fleshy room. O Ram, you also get constant itching of the senses and involved in sensual gratification. You are not able to, as a consequence, to get out of this room, the physical body, the eternal samsara chakra walls. You are caught up in this wheel of birth and death. Remove the itching of the senses by the application of strong caustic and antiseptic. Come on, self-restraint, come out of this cage. Rise awake, stop not, strive hard, purify, concentrate, reflect, meditate. Meditate, O Ram. Ceaselessly meditate and realize Atman, the all-pervading self. The immortal essence, the real friend, is within you, shining in your heart, and enjoy the bliss eternal. Now hear the song. La 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 la. Truth is Brahman, truth is your own self. Realize this truth, be free, be free, be free, be free. Ram 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 realize, practice karma yoga, be pure, be pure, be pure, be pure.
Ram 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 Ram.
You cannot enjoy peace of mind and cannot practice meditation if you are passionate till this last, till this last.
Ram 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 Ram.
When you meditate on Om, keep the picture in front of you. Look at it with a steady gaze, you will develop concentration.
Ram 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 Ram.
Evil thoughts enter the mind, do not drive them forcibly. Substitute divine thoughts, they will pass away, they will pass away.
Ram 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 Ram.
Meditation is knowledge, meditation kills the pain, meditation brings the peace, meditate, 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 meditate.
Ram 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 Ram.
Samadhi is union with God, this follows meditation, will attain immortality, this is moksha, this is moksha.
Ram 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 Ram.
The identification with this perishable body is the greatest obstacle to self-knowledge. To get over this delusion, Vedantic seers have made a detailed analysis of the different bodies, gross and subtle, and systematically proved that the individual soul is not this body, but is identical with the Paramatman or the Supreme Soul. The study of the three bodies, 5 koshas or sheaths, and the 3 states of waking, dream and deep sleep, helps you to understand that you are different from all these diverse modifications, and that you are the unchanging, constant witness of all these. Constant remembrance and meditation on this knowledge will lead you to the realization of the inner self, which is existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Tatvamasi, thou art that. Oji Anantanarayan,
Yes, Swamiji.
you wanted to know about the koshas and avasthas, is it not? Now listen attentively, don't go to sleep. Each human being has 3 bodies. They are known as Sthula Sharir, the gross body or physical body. Sukshma Sharir, the subtle body or astral body. Karan Sharir, the seed body or the causal body. I will give you an illustration to make it clear. The shell of the tamarind corresponds to the physical body. The kalp corresponds to the astral body. The seed corresponds to the causal body. That body which is seen by the physical, that which is composed of flesh bones, fat, skin, etc., is a physical body. It undergoes 6 changes, namely birth, existence, growth, modification, decay, and death. The subtle body of the Sukshma Sharir is composed of 17 tattvas or faculties. They are the 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 pranas and the Antakarana consisting of mind and the intellect. The 5 Jnanendriyas are the organs of knowledge. They are the ear, skin, the eye, tongue and nose. The 5 Karmendriyas are the organs of actions. They are the organ of speech, hands, feet, anus and the organ of generation. The 5 pranas are the prana, apan, vyan, udan and saman. The function of the prana is respiration, inhalation and exhalation. Apana does accretion. Samana does digestion. Udana does the swallowing of the food. It separates the astral body from the physical body at the time of death. Jnana performs the circulation of blood. The antakarana consists of mind and intellect, the subconscious and the ego. Manas, buddhi, chitta, hankar. The mind is the faculty of cognition and perception. The subconscious mind or chitta is the organ of memory. The intellect is the faculty of understanding and willing. The ego is the self-asserting principle. The causal body consists of samskaras and vasanas in a seed state. That is, it contains in a seed form the tendencies and impressions of collected in innumerable births. It is the cause of the other two bodies, so it is called Karana Sharir or causal body. Next we come to the Panchakoshas. Kosha means sheath. The Annamaya Kosha or food sheath, Pranamaya Kosha or vital sheath, Manomaya Kosha or mental sheath, the Jnanamaya Kosha or intellectual sheath, and the Anandamaya Kosha or the bliss sheath. Physical body is called the Annamaya Kosha or food sheath. It is a product of the food which we take. Pranamaya Kosha consists of 5 organs of actions and 5 pranas. Manomaya Kosha consists of the 5 organs of knowledge and the mind. The Jnanamaya Kosha consists of 5 organs of knowledge and the intellect. The astral body which you described before consists of these 3 koshas. The Anandamaya Kosha is endowed with 3 modifications or vrittis, namely Priya, Moda and Pramoda. Priya is the happiness that arises in one by the mere sight of the desired object. Moda is the happiness which one enjoys when he is in possession of the desired object. Pramoda is the happiness which one gets from the actual enjoyment of the desired objects. Causal body consists of this Anandamaya Kosha. Now I will explain to you 3 states or the avasthas of the individual. They are the Jagrata or the waking state, Swapna or the dreaming state, Sushupti or the deep sleep state. Jagrata avastha is the waking state wherein the mind operates along with the senses and gains experiences and knowledge of this world of objects. Swapna avastha is the dreaming state wherein the mind alone operates independently. The senses are at rest. The mind reproduces some modifications. The experience of the waking state, the mind itself transforms itself into dreaming objects such as rivers, mountains. Sushupti avastha in deep sleep is deep sleep state wherein the mind gets merged into its cause, the self. It is at perfect rest in this condition.